So, the US versus Iran. Are we really on the brink of conflict? This could affect us all.
To answer that, you gotta understand this tangled web of alliances over in the Middle East.
And this story doesn't really start in Washington. It starts with two of Iran's neighbors.
Okay, so you've got Israel and Saudi Arabia, historically rivals, but they're united by one common enemy, Iran.
And this shared enemy? It's created a pretty unlikely alliance, with the US as a friend to both.
So, what's driving all this tension? Let's kick things off with Israel's perspective.
For Israel, the huge issue is Iran bankrolling militant groups that threaten its security.
We're talking about groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Palestine. Iran sends them money and weapons.
But it's not just Israel. There's another huge flashpoint, and this one involves Saudi Arabia.
Their rivalry is really about one thing: controlling the Persian Gulf, a critical route for the world's oil.
It's basically a high-stakes chess match for who gets to be the top dog in the region.
Which brings us back to our big question. Where does the US fit into this picture?
Well, from the American side, it really boils down to three main concerns.
First, if US allies like Israel and Saudi Arabia feel threatened, America sees that as a threat to its own interests. Second, Washington is definitely worried about Iran's growing military might, especially its nuclear program.
And finally, Iran's actions are just seen as a major source of instability in a supercritical region.
But hey, this isn't just a regional problem. Any conflict here would have a massive global impact.
A US attack could trigger two disastrous outcomes: a wider war and a huge shock to the global oil supply.
The fallout would be huge. Think skyrocketing oil prices and global markets thrown into chaos.
So we're left with a pretty sobering question. Can this be contained, or are we on the brink of a global crisis?